So welcome to my squash tunnel. Now this is quite possibly the most fantastic thing I've done in my whole gardening career. I have been trying to grow an archway or a tunnel for about 6 years and I've never quite made it to the top. But this year I absolutely nailed it. Now you might be saying, no, it doesn't look that great. It doesn't look that great right now because it's coming to the end of the season, but just imagine, use your imagination, this was bursting with leaves, beautiful squash flowers all over it, and it was really stunning. And then all through here was dripping with squashes, pumpkins. It's absolutely stunning. Now, the reason I'm so passionate about this is because by growing vertically, you're getting about another 12 foot of growing space. You imagine these squashes, they tumble all over the floor. So you're thinking, 6 to 12 feet, but you're growing them up and using this as a structure. The other thing that I have done here is grown my Mongolian giant sunflowers. Now look at the size of that. That is a beauty. The stems have actually been fantastic to add a little bit of extra support. So what I've done is I've tied the stem the whole way up, and then the idea is you have all these wonderful sunflowers down here. Now you can see this one here, I have harvested the head, but I'm waiting for this to dry out because the stems are so strong and sturdy. You can actually use them instead of using bamboo canes for your teepees or your structures for next year's growth. And the reason I know that is because I was doing an Instagram video once and I got the sunflower stem, went like that. I thought I'd do a dramatic display of, trying to break the sunflower stem, and literally had a bruise all across here. So I then decided to test it and tried it for a year, and they are really strong and sturdy. So we've got, as I said, these Mongolian giant sunflowers, which Mikey from our cookery school is actually experimenting with a really lovely recipe, which is a sunflower seed cream. So I'll be sharing that with you at some point shortly. But what I want to show you is the squash that I've been growing over here. Now this is a beast, and it is edible. I'm not sure I'd want to eat it at this size. You would normally eat this at about a foot long, and you need to peel it because it's quite hairy and fluffy. Doesn't sound too great, but it tastes nice when it's small. But come and have a little look at this. Now, can you see it? Ta-da! That has been hanging from here all the way down. I'm going to cut it. Now you need to cut it as a T-bar section, and I'll show you after because it helps keep the moisture in. But let me do the big grand reveal. I'm coming back out. Oh, check that out. Is that not the most beautiful edible gourd you have ever seen? I mean, it's very caveman-like. And as I said, I'll probably be drying this and saving the seeds from it. But it is a really fantastic one to grow. This is called a Kikinda. I got it from Baker Creek Seeds, which is a fantastic seed company in America. But if you're going to grow something up a fence, hanging over an archway, I mean, this one has got to be a crowd pleaser. So I hope you've enjoyed my tour of the squash tunnel. I have actually, before we go, I want to show you the other ones that I've also grown. So come with me, we're going to go round here because it is beautiful. These are my Teddy Blair sunflowers. So they're all fluffy, really, really pretty molting heads. Now have a little look. This, excuse me while I climb over. So this one, this is my Pierre de Resistance. This is my Gallo de Assinis, and I have scored my name in warts. And what happens is you score it in August, and then all the sugars escape and try to protect the fruit, and then it bubbles up in warts. And this was hanging underneath there on the archway, as well as this one, which is my Georgia candy roaster from the Heritage Seed Library, comes from America. And then this one which I can never pronounce, uchiki kuri, or the onion squash. Cut it in half, roasted, so that was hanging on there as well. So I've got quite a lot of food off of that beautiful tunnel. But I hope you've enjoyed my little mini tour of the squash tunnel, and I will be with you again shortly sharing a few more little areas of the garden.